When Uttanapada saw that Dhruva is quite capable, he immediately what he did, he decided to hand over the throne to Dhruva Maharaj, and he left the kingdom, went to the forest to execute devotional service. Afterwards, Dhruva Maharaj got married and he had his own children. And he ruled over the kingdom very wonderfully in a very appropriate manner. And once while he was ruling, what happened? His younger brother Uttama went to the forest for hunting. He was unmarried at that time. And unfortunately, a yaksha came and killed him. And when Suruchi heard this, she went mad and she also died. This was because Suruchi had insulted Dhruva Maharaj, so the reaction had to come. It could not escape. And because of this, Uttama died like that, and Suruchi died in great bereavement. When Dhruva Maharaj heard a yaksha has killed Uttama, his younger brother, he became livid with anger. This kind of anger on the part of Dhruva Maharaj is not to be misunderstood, because he was a great pure devotee. So why is a pure devotee becoming angry? He is supposed to be equal in distress and in happiness. He should have been shanta like this. No, he was livid with anger and immediately called his chariot, picked up his bow, and he said, I am going to take revenge. I am going to avenge my brother. I am not going to leave these yakshas. I'll finish the entire race. He did not even wait for his army. He took his chariot and left immediately for Alakapuri, which is the capital of the yakshas. Yakshas are not human beings. They are far superior to human beings. But Dhruva was uncaring. He said, I am going to show them a lesson. I am going to teach them a lesson. Why? Because Dhruva was playing the role of a Kshatriya, was not playing the role of a Brahmana, that he will forget and forgive. Kshatriya's job is not to, duty is not to forgive. His duty is to Kshatat Trayate iti Kshatriyaha. His duty is to protect the citizens. And Uttama, his younger brother, is also a citizen. So if the citizens are harmed by anyone, immediately the king has to take steps. Dhruva, therefore, following his duty, he immediately took steps. Taking revenge is very much part of a Kshatriya's duty. And therefore, because he was playing the role of a Kshatriya, he immediately took up arms and went to Alakapuri and he attacked the kingdom of the yakshas. Immediately all the yakshas came out and they also started fighting. And Dhruva Maharaj was hitting three arrows at one shot on his bow and releasing them. And the yakshas started hitting six arrows and shooting it at Dhruva Maharaj. And the yakshas were also not small in number. 130,000 yakshas came to fight with Dhruva Maharaj. And when from Dhruva Maharaj's side, how many people were there? One person, Dhruva Maharaj, all alone. And fight was raging like this. And these yakshas are not only shooting arrows, they are throwing clubs, maces, spears, lances, all kinds of weapons they are throwing. And such a fight, all the devatas also came to watch what is happening. Let us see. And when the devatas saw the huge of weapons upon, imagine 130,000 people shooting 6 arrows at one shot at a time, what will be the state? Dhruva Maharaj was it looked as if Dhruva Maharaj was completely covered by weapons. So all the devatas started crying out, oh alas, alas, Dhruva Maharaj is finished. The son of Dhruva Maharaj has set in the ocean of the weapons sent by the yakshas. They thought, over, finished. The death blow has been dealt to Dhruva Maharaj. Like it is said here, it was a death blow to Dhruva Maharaj. But then, just like the example is given, Niharativa Bhaskaraha, when there is heavy fog, the sun looks like the sun becomes covered. You cannot see the sun. But then, after a while, by the time the sun rises to his peak, he will emerge from the mist, from the fog, and once the sun starts beating down powerfully, within minutes the entire fog and mist will vanish. Like that, from the midst of the ocean of the weapons sent by the Yakshas, Dhruva Maharaj emerged like the sun. And he was holding his own and he was shooting arrows so solidly that the Yakshas started getting beaten back. One after the other, the Yakshas are, their hand is getting cut off, their leg is getting cut off, their heads are getting cut off. All alone, Dhruva Maharaj, facing 1,30,000 Yakshas. And एक ध्रुव महाराज 1,30,000 यक्षों के ऊपर भारी पड़ गए. He was too much even for 1,30,000 yakshas. And the yakshas saw this is too much, Dhruva Maharaj is too much. They all ran away from the battlefield. But the yakshas are not ordinary people. They started deploying tantra. Suddenly, Dhruva Maharaj saw there was a very frightening sound in the sky like thunder. And then from the sky, it started raining. Us, blood, urine, but then there were stones, rocks, mountains. And on the lion, suddenly, lions, tigers, bears, they are all attacking him from all directions. For a moment, Dhruva Maharaj was bewildered. Then all the great sages who were from the skies, they were watching this whole thing. They encouraged Dhruva Maharaj, saying, Dhruva Maharaj, you're a devotee of Vishnu. Don't get bewildered by all this illusion. You remember Vishnu and fight. He will help you. So immediately Dhruva Maharaj composed himself and he remembered his Narayana Astra and he remembered the Narayana Astra and fixed it to his bow. Moment he fixed the Narayana Astra to his bow, all the illusion disappeared. And as soon as he released it, the Yakshas became visible and left, right and center they started getting killed again. So like this, Dhruva Maharaj waded into the Yakshas and left, right and center he was killing them. So, if this battle had continued, in no time the Yakshas would have been finished. So, Swayambhuva Manu, when he heard this, then he got very anxious. What is happening? One Uttama was killed, I can understand. Uttama was also his grandson. Uttama was killed, one Yaksha killed him. For that, Dhruva should take steps to kill that Yaksha, but not kill the entire race of Yakshas. So, immediately Swayambhuva Manu came down on the battlefield and he stopped the fight. And he told Dhruva Maharaj, this is not correct. This is not correct what you are doing. One Yaksha killed your brother, you can take steps for that. But you cannot kill the entire race of the Yakshas. If you do that, the Yakshas are all descendants of Kuvera. Kuvera will get upset. He will become angry. Please don't do such things. So immediately Dhruva Maharaj threw away all his anger and he threw all his weapons also aside and he offered his obeisances to Swayambhuva Manu.